we need to talk about Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Yo, what is up, Vicco gang? I am back with, as you can see, a Bleach Rebirth of Souls video, man. And this is definitely a different one because this is a video about my honest thoughts about Bleach Rebirth of Souls now. I think it has been more than enough time. I think I held off on this type of video for a very long time at this point. And I need to speak on this game because, I don't know, I think it's just, I feel like now is best time. And I think I have my opinion of it now, right, guys? Like, comment, subscribe, for more Bleach in general, man, because after this video, we're going to see. We're going to have to see Bleach videos or maybe even other general stuff, other variety things to chat because reasons. Okay, anyways. So Bleach Rebirth of Souls right now, I'm gonna tell you guys right here, right now, I'm gonna give you the score right now, just straight up. I'm gonna give Bleach Rebirth of Souls a solid like 6.5, 6.8, highest like 7, like max 7 out of 10, man. Because the thing about Bleach Rebirth of Souls, man, is like it hits so many nails, right? But it misses like a few crucial ones, man, like just a few crucial ones, man. Because okay, dude, tell me why at the time of this recording, and possibly posting of this video, why is the last update over a month ago now? Tell me. Like, it is a little crazy, especially from going from April 3rd to April 10th, just like a week apart from each other. Silence, radio silence. They put out a freaking newsletter thing, their thing about rank mode. It is not in the game yet. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my, it's just they went radio silent, and they were really communicative, right, when the game came out and stuff, and they just dropped dead. What happened? That's a big reason why. You know what, probably the more I talk about this game, this probably is going to lower the score to 6.5, 6.8 at the most, honestly, right now. Because yeah, like that type of stuff is a little discouraging for this game, man, because it can kind of explain why there's some people, like not some people, a lot of people stop playing the game. Because look, I know that this is probably not the best thing to like do or like bring up, but I think it is, just something I just want to put out there. Okay, so boom, look, I'm here on the official Bandai site. As you can see, April 10th was their last update, major patch, back-to-back essentially patches. And after that, there's nothing. There is still some bugs and glitches, and I've been on many accounts saying that the online mode needs a ton of work, which I'll go into later. But I just want to point something out right now. Okay, so boom, this is Bleach Rebirth of Souls' Steam charts at the moment. Not too hot, okay? And I know Steam charts isn't indicative of its overall, player base, because obviously most of the player base is on console. But I feel like this is still relevant to some extent, because it does, you know what I mean? Like it is something to consider, right? Because we go to another recent game, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It has over quadruple the numbers, over quintuple, actually, I should be saying, and this game, a lot of people consider it dead, right? And yeah, man, like I don't know, like what is going on with this game? They were very communicative, and then they just dropped dead. I don't know what happened. And at least with Sparking Zero, it took them a while to put out, I think, their first major patch, which was like what, in like past December or something, like beginning December, early December, I believe, was when they dropped that major patch for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But that's a long time after that game came out, right? And I heard they had a recent patch, as we record this video, and that actually is pretty decent. But like for a lot of people, it might be too late, but I heard people are actually having an all right time on Sparking Zero. But oh man, I don't even know if the stuff I want or we need for this game will fix the game and, like, I guess you can say revive it, because it's a lot, man. Like, it's a lot, right? So like what I said earlier, right, with the online modes, man, I'm gonna just say it one more time. There needs to be ranked. Where is ranked? Where is ranked? Where is ranked mode? And where, I want major changes to the room system, to the room matches, man. Like that is like barely considered room match. It is only considered room match by definition, if you know what I mean. Like room match, you only can have 1v1s with each other. You know what I mean? 1v1s. If you want to fight a specific person, you want to fight a specific somebody, then sure, go for it. But a typical room match in other games, I'm pretty sure there's at least several people in said lobbies, right? Like even Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, like they got that right, in my opinion. And like even like other fighting games, like Tekken is the last fighting game I played. They have a pretty all right freaking room match thing. You know what I mean? Lobby system, whatever, right? You can spectate. And there's, it's exactly what you would want. I believe they even have like training mode. I believe, I think is that, or is it Street Fighter I'm thinking about, or do both of them have it? I don't know. But regardless, it's just like stuff that's like there that, it's not like this stuff has been like recent, like it's like a recent thing, like actual proper spectating like room matches have been a thing forever, And this is also gonna go into a big spiel right now about how these companies, how they operate, it's not even what I mentioned a while ago, where it's like for some reason the online mode is the last thing they like even consider or think about, right? Is like, and that's why probably a big reason why Bleach Rebirth of Souls' online modes are very bare bones. Besides all that, the thing is with these games, and what I feel like I've noticed, I think I noticed it really bad with Sparking Zero and now with Bleach Rebirth of Souls as well. They still think, this is my game theory, hashtag game theory for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, or even like, I guess, anime games in general, like right now, where they still think it's the olden days, where they feel like they can just be like, they can just drop a product, they just drop a game and be like, all right, guys, good job, you know, like, good job, guys, that's the end of that project, you know what I mean? Time to, you know, leave it alone, you know. And we did it, man. We freaking did it. You know what I mean? And then, like, that's it, right? It's not them times anymore, man. It's, you know, they need to catch up, because, you know, like I said with Sparking Zero, the game came out in October, and then the freaking first major patch for that game was like in December, you know. And in this game, like I just said, really quick with those first 2 patches, but then they just died. Like, I don't know what happened there, you know. So like, to me, it feels like these gaming companies feel like they're done, you know what I mean? They don't want to like even think about the games anymore. Like, they'll work on the DLCs, which is something yeah, guys, they have 4 DLC characters coming at some point. We have no idea when. I'm as recording this video, I would believe in the next, like, hopefully like max like month or so, because yeah, it has been a while. Like, we haven't gotten nothing for these, by the way, nothing. But yeah, anyway, so you guys know what I'm saying? Like, these devs think, or these companies or whatever think like it's a done deal after they make the game. But with these, especially these kind of online service games, they need to, like, they're not done with it, man. Like, you're not done. You know, you need to regularly put out patches. You need to regularly put out like some sort of content, you know, if you want these games to, you know, do good. You know, I heard this game actually had decent sales. I heard Bleach Rebirth of Souls had decent sales, but I don't know if they, like, do they really care about player retention or something? Like I feel like you should, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know, because the story mode in this game is pretty, it's okay. I think the story mode is decent in this game, but from what I've played, it does get a little boring. It does get a tad boring, but it does a decent retelling of the Bleach story. It does an all right retelling of the Bleach story, but like, yeah, it is just a tad boring. So if you are a Bleach fan, I would recommend this game I'll recommend this game to a Bleach fan. Okay, straight up. Like, if you like Bleach to any capacity, I think you'll like this game to some extent. I really do. I actually do think the combat is actually pretty all right. I think it's pretty good. It's actually one of the best factors of this game. I'll be honest, it is one of the best positives to this game, because every character is very unique, in my opinion. Sure, their combo structure should be a little more free, because, you know, I've been labbing some people, and like, I feel like some combos will be like, some of the combos I think up would be so sick if you can just do them, but the combo system is very restrictive, and I just think, you know, just if they just let it be a little more free, I think it'll be so cool and so much more dynamic and a little more, you know, expression, you know, more skill expression, as, you know, people be saying, right? I personally think so, because yes, a lot of this game is like, you know, quote unquote footsies or whatever, you know. That is definitely, you know, skill in itself, but I'll definitely like a little bit more to the combos and stuff like that. Maybe tweak some things, like how much bar you get, how much reverse gauge. And reverse gauge, I think reverse gauge is done decently. I definitely like your actual like bar, your actual meter, I think is actually pretty all right. But your actual bar and your meter and stuff, I think does need a bit of tweaking. And some things just, you know, I know like when the ball gets rolling in this game, it gets rolling. But like, I think the time it gets to said ball to get rolling, I think does take a little bit, in my opinion, right? But that's definitely one of the best features and traits of this game, is the combat and the characters. And the graphics, I think the style is good, really good. It's really good. But I don't know, if you guys have played this on PlayStation 5, you can definitely see that the resolution is like barely like 1080 or something, bro, because like, I'm usually someone who doesn't really notice that type of thing, but like, this game was like the second game ever for me to like actually like visibly see it like that noticeably, you know. So there's that. And you know, like with this game, dude, I don't know what it is, but I don't want to be already thinking of the next installment of the series. You know, I really don't want to be thinking that. This game just came out. This game is barely, not even 2 months old, dude. Can't, like, think about that, bro. The unfortunate reality is like, these anime games, there's like a certain like stigma, or like, it's just this, I don't know, there's just this air about them, man, that like they just skip too many corners, or like there's this mentality like with the development or the publication of these games or something that just holds them back from being actual like really high tier products. You know what I mean? You know, and it's like, I'll be completely 100% honest, I don't blame people for calling this game like mediocre or something, you know, because like I said, I think the weakest point by far in this game is the online. Like the online, like, this is an honest review, this is honest thoughts on this game, guys. The online in this game is probably some of the worst online I've played. Just straight up, like online functionality, online modes, like straight up, is the worst. is the worst by far. Like straight up. Like the online to me is like Xenoverse 2 bad, in my opinion. Almost. Like when connections can get bad, you feel it like really bad. And I know this goes for like virtually every game, but it's like, dude, it's unplayable in certain conditions, bro. Like, geez Louise. Or if like God forbid that the freaking their connection is fluctuating. Oh no, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. 1 bar to fluctuating, like to 2. Like, dude, no. Get me out of there. Get me out of there, dude. So, like I said earlier, I think they still have this mentality of they think when they're done with the game, it's like they're done. They don't want to think about it anymore. They're gonna put out the DLC characters, call it a day. But no, dude, no. Especially with these online games, you can't just do that, dude. And that's why, like, you know, you get people upset about the game and calling it, you know, all sorts of things. When I actually do think this game is really good at what it's things it does really good with the characters and the actual like combat. You know? Oh my gosh. I know it's turning to more like a rant maybe, but you know, it is. It's my honest thoughts, bro. Like I might be a little sporadic because, dude, what gets me about this game, I said this multiple times where it's like, dude, all these characters are so unique, so different. You know, you can tell like a lot of these characters have their, you know, how do you say, like their play styles, their game plan, so to speak. You know, like you can tell they really thought about some of these characters' movesets and how the moveset, you know, flows with the character and stuff like that. You know, you can really see the work that's been put into that stuff, you know, and you can tell that was a huge selling point for the game, just for the online to be very, 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 very underwhelming, because I do think they did a really good job with some of the characters. Some characters might be a little undertuned and like really kind of a pain to play. You know, like one of my favorite characters in Bleach, you know, Coyote Stark. I tried playing as him, but I find his for me, okay, I find his, you know, his actual gameplay to be very unintuitive. You know, having to charge his guns all the time. Like I know you can be very annoying with him. Like if you know you are able to charge your guns, I don't know. I just find him very unintuitive to play. Whereas there's other characters, like I made a video on this guy, Kyan. He is so fun to play. All his moves like flow so well into each other. He just flows, like no pun intended, bro. Like he is a really well designed character, you know. And like I said, I do think all the characters are well designed. They just need to be tweaked, in my opinion. So that's why it really bothers me with this game, and it's just this overall, like as an overall package, guys. You know, like I said, guys, this game is like a 6.8 out of 10 from a really big Bleach fan. You know, I love Bleach. Bleach is actually one of my favorite things of all time, like straight up, like one of my favorite pieces of fiction, you know, like straight up. And like the presentation of the game and all that is fantastic. That's an overall package, man. Like unless you want a game to like have fun on, you know, as a single player experience, you know, have fun. I think even just versing the CPU is actually pretty fun, honestly. But just like if you actually want to get into the online, man, like do not take that like seriously at all, man. Like I'm sorry, like oh man, like just no modes, barely a mode in room match. Like come on, man. Like we need to do better with this game. Hopefully they're planning on doing something soon with this game. But man, as of right now, Bleach Rebirth of the Souls is in a very awkward state of being, if I may, chat, if I may. All right, man. I don't know when this video is coming out. I really hope I can put it out soon. Let me know what you guys think about Bleach Rebirth of the Souls, because the state of the game is a very interesting one, to say the least. Okay, I love Bleach, and I know this game has more potential than it is letting off. But you know, if the worst of the worst happens, I hope the next Bleach game is fire, is like Giga Peak Gas or something, or I don't know. We're gonna have to see, you know, Bleach Soul Resonance or something. Where is that game? I want to try it out. You know, but like I said, Bleach Rebirth of the Souls is a pretty decent, it's a decent game at the end of the day. It's a decent game, you know, if you overlook some of its roughness and its online modes and its online functionality in general, chat. Anyways, let me know what you guys are thinking. Put your thoughts down in the comments, guys. I'm really curious what you guys have to say about Bleach Rebirth of the Souls as a product. With that being said, man, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been yours truly, Vicco, and I am freaking gone. So now